Hey everyone, welcome to this YouTube channel. My name is Gulsan and I am from Bihar. Today in this video, I am going to share with you a right approach to learn English. If you are someone who have been learning English as a subject and if you still found yourself fumbling while speaking in English, if you still found yourself not speaking properly in English, it's time for you to watch this video till the end, because in this video I am going to share with you a right approach to become fluent in English, a right approach that made me a fluent speaker in English. I can't say that I have become pro at speaking English, but yes, I can say that now I have become quite comfortable while with speaking English, and that's what I am going to teach you. So let's get started without doing any further delay and learn to become fluent in English. So what is the right approach to become fluent in English? The approach that I followed that made me very able to talk clearly in English is not learning English as a subject but learning English as a language. Yes, it's true that I started learning English as a subject, but I soon realized that that approach of learning English was not going to make me a fluent speaker. So I dropped that idea and I started learning English as a language. And what is the difference between learning English as a subject and learning English as a language? So let's make it very clear. When you learn English as a subject, you write English, you read English, and you remember vocabulary, and you find it hard to learn that way. But you still keep learning that way. Even if you realize that it's very hard to learn English as a subject, but because you do not have any other option to learn English, you keep learning that way. And at the end of the day means, if when you spend 1 year, 2 years learning English, and if you find that I have been learning English for the last 2 years and I haven't come to a point where I can articulate my thoughts very well in this language, where I can comfortably talk clearly in English, you never reach that point, and it's all because of you learning English as a subject. So that is why I want you to remove the approach of learning English as a subject from your mind and find the approach that really helps you to become fluent in English. And today this video is going to solve your problem. This video is going to tell you the right approach. So I told you what it could look like learning a language as a subject. Now I am going to tell you the right way to become fluent in English. So before I tell you the approach that helped me speak English fluently, I want you to go back to your childhood and really think about your mother tongue. How have you learned your mother tongue? How have you learned the language you are speaking spontaneously and fluently today? And you will realize that you have learned your mother tongue just by observing your parents, listening to your surroundings, listening to the people around you, and that way you learn your mother tongue and become fluent. It's not that you did not make any mistakes while learning your mother tongue. You made a lot of mistakes without even realizing that you are making those errors. You still didn't give a shit about the mistakes and you kept learning, and that is the approach I want you to have while learning English. I want you to learn English that way. But here comes the most important and most complicated problem for all of Indians. Not for all of Indians, but mostly Indians. The problem is, and I'm very sure that if you are watching this video, you have that problem. That problem is that you don't have any English partner. So whom do you practice English with? And this is the biggest problem that Indian faces. So I want you to practice English alone. So it's better to practice English alone than not practicing at all. So yes, I became fluent in English. I learned to articulate my thoughts just by myself. I haven't talked to any real person. I haven't practiced with real human beings, but I still found myself very comfortable articulating my thoughts, and that's how you should be practicing English. Okay, so yes, I want you to start speaking English from today. Even if you have not learned essential grammar rules, even if you haven't have vocabulary enough to articulate your thoughts, like when you will keep waiting for the vocabulary, when you will keep waiting for the grammar rules to learn, you will never be able to talk clearly in this language. Instead, approach learning English as a language. And what do when you approach learning English as a language? You speak this language, you listen to this language, and you speak this language. I want you to listen to something basic in English if you are someone learning English as a beginner. Yes, if you are beginner, I want you to start listening to something that you understand, and then keep repeating what you listening, and that way I can guarantee that in 6 months you will be able to talk clearly. You will be able to at least talk your thoughts. That's what you will end up doing when you keep listening to the song and keep repeating. It's another thing that for the first 1 to 2 months you will not be able to understand anything clearly, or you will not be able to understand anything at all. It is possible, but my advice is to keep listening, and that moment, that time will pass, and there will be a time when you will understand everything. This is what happens with me. This is what happened with me. I kept listening, even I knew that I was not able to get anything. I was listening, but I didn't give up. I kept listening, and at the end of the day, eventually, I understood everything. I now understand every movie that I watch in English. I now understand every TED Talks that I watch on YouTube. And that's what will happen with you when you keep doing the things that I told you to do. Keep speaking this language every single day, and soon you will realize that you started speaking this language fluently. So yes, this was the approach that I wanted to tell you. And if you found this video to be helpful, I want you to just hit the bell icon and subscribe to this YouTube channel, because it motivates me to make more videos. And if you have any questions in your mind, let me know in the comment section.